Everyone. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a new phone. Quality is slightly better than I'll say slightly. It's drastically an improvement on my old phone. So I'm just gonna check real quick how it's showing on YouTube. So yeah, let's just have a little look here. Just gonna check real quick how it's showing on YouTube. Oh my god. Right, so on my phone viewer at the minute. Check real quick. It's showing on YouTube. So on my phone viewer at the minute. We are just waiting for AV to join the live at the moment. We are just waiting for AV to join the live at the moment. Righty ho, we've got 2 viewers in at the moment. Yeah, so we're just waiting for our friends to join the live at the minute. But yeah, basically we're just going to be talking about some channel updates, things that are going on, and here we go. Here is AV. You right, mate?
What's happening?
Wow,
Coming
this
through.
is how's the quality, by the way, compared to my other phone?
It's definitely like more focused, like do you like portrait mode, where like the background's a little more.
Yeah.
You can see like your face is a lot more clearer.
Yeah, there's my old phone now. It's
Yeah.
weird to say that's my old phone. This has been my go-to for the past like 4 years. So I've tried out some of the photography options and stuff like that. It can get macro on the fish, which is the main reason I was like, I'm getting this phone.
What have you got? Have you got the 15?
The 15 Pro. So
Yeah.
it's like its camera is unbelievable, and like I've watched videos on it. The Pixel, I think it's got a better camera for taking pictures, but like video wise, this is the best phone on the market.
Yeah, like I stick to my Samsungs, and I've got like mine's like 2 editions old now, like the 22 Ultra.
Yeah.
But I still think the only thing it's not very good. Like I'm really struggling to take like photos of fish.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's difficult for me because I've got a curved bow front glass, and then the glass
oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
scratched as well because it's an old tank, so it's like it's annoying. And then I've made it difficult with myself again with the bowl
Oh,
because it's a bowl. You can't really get
there's nothing.
anything.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than a curved glass in front of you trying to take
Yeah,
a
so
picture.
I'm having to shove the lens in, but hopefully with
Yeah,
this phone, it'll be a little better. But yeah, what's it called? Nice to chat to you again. It's the first time we spoke face to face since the
yeah. It's
video, innit?
what, a
Yeah, a week.
week or so now. I'm out here in the snow.
It's snowing well. All right,
Yeah,
LH. Yeah, it's mad to think that you're in another world now, basically.
7 hours behind, back in time.
Yeah, you've
All
went back in time. If you could call, well, I know your future then.
Hedging at the lottery numbers.
Yeah, you're gonna have 1,000 subscribers by um,
Sweet. 7 hours
yeah,
time.
and it's mad, but what's it called? So I was gonna talk to you about the video anyway. So I noticed, like, obviously getting your footage, I used it, and like the filmmaker in me was like, my eye was twitching a bit because okay, continuity, it's two different phones, so the filter's gonna be iffy. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a bit weird, but as well as that, it looks like your phone has an automatic filter on footage.
Yeah, so I don't really know what it is. Because I did notice as well sometimes when I used your footage, I had to like stretch it to fit the during CapCut where it's like they got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
size.
yeah.
I had to stretch some of your footage to fit that, whereas mine fits normal.
Yeah,
And
it was the
yours was
same. I don't know if
yeah,
it's like formatting or something like that and how the
yeah.
phones how they kind of record, but yeah, regardless of that anyway, I think both our videos turned out really well anyway.
Yeah, it was quite cool to see like what your look on it and then like mine.
Yeah,
How we've pretty much taken the exact same footage
and made two different videos.
and completely different videos.
They both lead
So
off in different ways as well,
yeah,
so it was one of them. Did you show the end footage with the bowl? I forgot.
yeah, I did. I had like a little bit of B-roll at the end.
Did you show B-roll of the bowl filled up or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
my,
yeah.
my brain's lagging?
Like I know obviously you sent me a little bit. To be fair, a lot of the like the B-roll footage at the end was like close-ups of the shrimp and the snail and
Yeah,
whatnot. And then I think there was like kind of one kind of clip which like panned around it a bit.
yeah.
So
Um, I'm excited to see what I can do with this phone now because it's like having a high-end camera. I
yeah,
mean, for what I'm paying for it. Can someone enlighten me what's happening? We're talking about fish. We're also talking about a video that we made together. Nice to see you, your new face. Basically, me and him done a collab on a fishbowl, and the fishbowl was really cool, and he lives in Canada and he come over from Canada on holiday and we made a video together. So if you like fish, if you like content like that, click on my channel, click on his channel is in the title. My channel's the one that you're watching this on right now, so make sure to check both our channels out and watch the video if you are interested. But yeah, getting onto it anyway, your video started to pick up, Annie.
has it?
Yeah, I'll get it up now.
I know. To be fair, LH mentioned it to me before, and I was like, really? But
Yeah,
I think there's a bit of me which like so obviously you look at shorts
yeah,
and they can get quite high numbers sometimes. Um, it's I've got to realize that I'm still only on what like 44 subscribers,
yeah,
even though in the last 10 days or so I think I've like picked up like 15.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so I picked up uh,
Oh, appreciate your
yeah,
comments. I will definitely sub, bro. Young lad, I love fish. I have 4 aquariums. Great stuff, mate. Oh, we've got five
more
people
than
in.
us.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining in. I've got a fish tank. You can see myself. He's got a fish tank. I've got a fish bowl. Going to be setting up a new fish tank. The missus sent me a message earlier saying she's still on the ropes about it. But as soon as I buy a tank and all that, then I don't know if
It's
she's
gonna
in
happen.
it now. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
happen. But I'm like trying to hammer the point across of I will pay for everything. I'll even
yeah.
pay for the electricity. I just need somewhere to set up tanks because I can't do it here.
Mhm.
And like in the future, if
Yeah.
we do get our own place together, then we can just move my tanks and she can move the tank from his into whatever place we do go.
Just
But
make sure
obviously,
you get like a 3 bedroom place, and then one of them can be a fish room.
well, this is the thing I was saying to her. If I'm definitely going to move in with her, it has to be a house because I've
Yeah.
said this to you in person as well. I feel like have our own space. She'll have an
Oh
office.
yeah.
I'll have an office. and then the shared bedroom, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, going a bit off track. Yeah, the boat. Yours will start to pick up. I'll tell you what it is now.
Yeah.
It says 126 views right now.
Yeah, 'cause it's kind of, I think it was kind of stuck around the 50 mark.
Yeah,
So maybe it's,
videos kind of slow burn. So like when you first upload, all your subscribers and the people that know you and stuff like that. Oh, I've got the new sub there. So thanks for subscribing, Gate Cross. Yeah, basically my video was sat at about 30 for like the
yeah,
first 2.5 days, and then it just started climbing now. But like it isn't boom. Like
no.
some videos will do that. Like the fish shop tours, they will fly off because that's what people want to see, and like they if they want to, if they know the place and they want to see it, and maybe the fish
Oh
shop shows
yeah,
and stuff like that, then it does well. But it's funny. I've got it's weird having two phones. This will get sold soon, but it's handy because now what I can do if I want to is I can just go on the live right now, and I can see how I look, and also say I can also now respond to people in the chat, which is cool.
yeah,
Um,
that's what. Yeah, I know on our last live when I was back here, I had my laptop set up as well,
yeah,
but I was too
yeah,
interested in getting my brew ready. Like
yeah.
I I've been literally since I got back, I've been dying with man flu. So like
I've heard it in your voice notes. Yeah,
yeah, so I've like been dying with man flu. So literally it's honey, lemon, and cinnamon cups of
yeah.
tea
Well,
in my Harry Potter mug.
I think it's your body trying to readjust to the temperature because you've been to a hot country, then you've been here, which is in between, and then you've gone
Yeah,
back to being in the Antarctic, basically.
and
So,
then like my travel this time back, it just I think because I travelled to London the night before,
mm,
and then I had like 5 hours sleep, and then from there till me getting back into my own bed, it was close to like 27 hours.
oh,
So it was a long. This travel just seems to take forever.
yeah, for me, that's kind of the stuff that'll take me out for a week anyway.
Yeah,
It'll
well,
drain
it
me,
pretty
man.
much has.
Yeah, but yeah, but basically, I'm trying to think. So at the minute, both our videos are slow. As I was saying, the progress with man, it's slowly climbing. It's about to hit 500. I
Yeah,
think it probably will by midnight or sometime tomorrow. It will. Um, channel slowly climbing. Still got around 10 days till my birthday. If we can try and reach 250 or 350 by then, that'd be
yeah,
nice. But as I said to you, I've got some videos planned. If I do get the tank, then that opens a lot more doorways as well.
yeah, a lot more.
Like a way more because I mean I get the overwhelming urge to rescape that, but I'm fed up of looking at that tank now. I want a new tank. I want something that's like flat glass as well.
Yeah,
Because I'm sick of the curved glass. It's just kind of getting on my nerves now. Like filming, maintenance, scraping it, I'll end up scratching the glass. So I want a flat, maybe cube, or maybe lengthwise. I might get one. Again,
yeah.
that's
Like
obviously not
since
confirmed.
I kind of like got into this hobby, like years, like I think probably like 7, 8 years now. I've always stayed away from curved glass because
Yeah,
if I like try and look into it, like it was even before I was thinking about YouTube. But like if I try and look into it, it makes me feel a bit motion sick. You know, because it
yeah.
like it reflects kind of weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
So
mean, the thing is with this isn't like the normal bow front. Basically,
yeah,
what it does is that it kind of just enhance. It's like a magnifying glass. It just
yeah.
makes everything look bigger than it is, which is why it's kind of good to have as like a tank to play around with because it makes it gives the perception that it's bigger. So that's
Oh
why I
yeah.
like it. But the whole reason I got it in the first place is that it was a package one that come with the light, it come with the heater, it come with like it was its whole thing. It was a setup that was a kit, and I liked that. But now that I'm so far into the hobby, my girlfriend spotted my shirt, by the way. And Hanan got me this. I think I was telling you. Yeah, everyone shout out to the shirt. I was thinking of maybe wearing a hoodie because I didn't. This is like pajama shirt, but yeah, shout out to my girlfriend's nan for this really funny shirt.
Meow was
Yeah,
great.
it's a goofy shirt, but yeah, basically, well, not basically. I just want to get a better. I want a better tank. I can't do it here unless. Ooh.
She,
Hey Mia, since you're in the chat, what if I move my tank into yours and then get a new tank here?
oh, that's a new one.
It is a new one. Actually, because then you get to look after the Pandagora because you love the Pandagora. She's like,
Maybe.
oh, maybe, yeah. No, to be honest, I don't know though because I don't want the Pistogroma to go.
Yeah,
All
but
the
then would you be able to fit what like that 100 litre tank in there or 120
in
litre?
mine, no. I probably I've had a conversation with my mum. I said I'll get rid of this tank. I'll get a new one, and she was like, no, that is it. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, so that stays. Bro, my guppies won't breed, and you honestly don't know why.
me too.
This is a question. It's all to do with water parameters. It's all to do with what you. I know guppies. You can throw them in a toilet and they'll breed. Because they don't really care what they're living in. But if I were to resort back to what I know from just basic knowledge and working in a fish shop, I'd probably say it's either what you're feeding them isn't good enough. Another thing could be is when you're feeding live bearers, the they need the right diet, otherwise they'll give birth to stillborn guppies, like stillborn live. So that's a thing that could be an issue that they may be breeding, but then they're eating whatever's being born because it's dead. Um, but I'd probably say what you need to do is check your water parameters, make sure the parameters change. How old are the guppies? Are they old? Are they new? If they're new, are they all males? And also make sure that it's not two different species of guppy because sometimes I know endless can cross and stuff like that, but there may be a possibility that they might be different species as well. So um just comment what your situation is like. Are they new? Are they old? Where did you get them? I have a 10 gallon, only one pair of them, one male, two females. pH and everything is good. Yeah, sometimes when you put fish in a tank, they take a while to breed. Guppies, again, they're very quick and prolific breeders. Same with mollies, platies, swordtails, all them kind of fish. But at the same time, what you may not notice is that when you're away, they might be breeding, and because they're new as well, maybe the females, getting bigger and developing the babies. So time will tell. You may
I'm
need
gonna
to.
jump in. I'm gonna jump in quickly as well. Obviously, especially if like there's just been one male to two females. Like I know the fish world isn't as picky as us humans, but your male might not be interested in your females, or your females might not be interested in your one male, or your male might be defunct. So maybe try add some more males, like
Yeah,
increase the population.
I've heard issues about this with live bearers. There's a lot of things
Yeah.
they we'll talk about it. It's a bit weird, but guppies and live bearers they have like a little. It's underneath the belly. The males they have like kind of a stick, and that's basically their bit, their private. And it's like talking in real world. Your guppy might have erectile dysfunction. No, the guppy basically, maybe some suggestions on good food. I'm fleeing blood. To be honest, mate, it may be to do with the food, but it might also be that the male is. I'll say it in this way: the male's body part mightn't be compatible with the females. Just for the fact that female guppies are a lot bigger, and your male might be too small and not mature enough to be able to breed. So maybe consider adding some more females. Maybe consider adding another male. So you got two males, five females, or that kind of ratio. They always say 1 to the 2, so you've done the right thing there. But everyone's experience with fish is different. People could say a fighter fish is the most demonic thing you put in a fish tank and it'll destroy everything, but then you could put one in that's placid and it is like a puppy and it won't go near anything. So again, it's hard to tell. It's a difficult one to answer, but food, maybe the fish isn't right, maybe they're new, maybe he's not big enough and he needs to get bigger. Only time will tell with guppies. If you get to a period of time after 2, 3 months and nothing's happened, then consider maybe swapping the guppies with another place. If they're a rare type of guppy, then of course, then yeah, maybe. Oh, still in you. Nice to see you. Great to see you here. This is a guy that was in one of my lives. Probably a week ago with LH. So nice to see you in here. And we're just talking
Howdy.
about guppies and them having problems to breed. But yeah,
I think it's a strange one, isn't it? Because like you can get someone who doesn't have a clue about fish. They throw some guppies in a plastic tank and
yeah,
they just breed. Plastic plants, plastic, and then they just breed. And then like we've got like all these natural aquascape tanks, and sometimes they just don't breed. So it's sometimes it can be pot luck as well.
yeah. It's all one of them things. I've got shrimp. I had them in a bowl. They lived in the bowl. The bowl was left there. I've shown you a picture. The original bowl
Yeah.
I had was a murky mess, and when I took them shrimp out of that, oh, it smelt worse than the aqua soil when we set up our bowl.
No,
It
that
was
smelled
way
nice.
worse.
I thought it smelled nice.
No, no, but like the smell of this, like I can compare the two worst smells I've smelt in the hobby is oh actually no three. Ammonia off dead fish,
Hmm.
a fishbowl that's been sat in stagnant water for well over a year, and um, not even the aqua soil that we had. The nano tank that I set up recently, my friend's tank, who I basically like stripped down so we could set up that nano tank. But I think like you've been away for a week, and his flatmates have been feeding us platties, and
Oh, far too much.
there was like probably a fist full of flake sat at the bottom of this
Mhm.
tank. I was like, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't a good smell. And my local pet shop have never actually have shrimp. The nearest good pet shop from us is like two. What
can't
you
blame me.
could this is the difficult thing. I'd probably say when you're in places like Canada or the US or even in the UK, some places just don't have pet shops. It's kind of rough. Um, I know it's probably expensive to consider, but maybe getting them delivered or shipped to you is a good idea. There's a guy that I watch. If you're in the US or Canada, there's a guy that I watch called Dan's Fish. He delivers he works alongside with Aquarium Co-op and he has really good high quality fish. I've been watching his content for a while. He has this massive warehouse, and like the way he ethically brings the fish in as well, you know that they're well looked after. Like he's very transparent, so he's a good guy to maybe order from or eBay. eBay is even a place that if you want shrimp, um, I'll be honest, it's probably a really good place to get shrimp. Fish, I'm a bit skeptical on. I've heard some horror stories, but shrimp, consider on eBay or something like that. And like, bro, I'm from South Africa and a child, and my mum doesn't believe in shipping. So, ah, wow, that's crazy. By the way, I read that. I was like, okay, and I was like, South Africa, yeah, that's crazy. Welcome. I know that still in you from Morocco, I think. If you need shrimp, Papa Shrimp, look them up. Yeah, I don't know any fish keepers from South Africa. Maybe you can be the next fish
I
YouTuber in South
can't.
Africa.
I can't
Um,
say I know any from.
but
No,
I know that you're not a fan of shipping, but eBay, check eBay. I don't know if I'm sure you'll have eBay that'll work in South Africa. It's a worldwide platform. But yeah, continuing on our conversation anyway. I oh, um I'm gonna outright say it. in this industry, if you are a YouTuber, if you are someone that uploads content and stuff like that, I think it's very important to obviously be influenced by people that you see and you enjoy their content and stuff like that. But I feel like everyone needs to have their own identity and find their own niche and find their own way. So like I love watching MD Fish Tanks and Fish Up Matt and stuff like that. And I like the idea of having both sides of Fish Up Matt's very informative, MD's very and it's a very good, nice, entertaining video. With my content, I found my own kind of way to things, so it was a lot more short, quick, snappy, to the point, but also informative and gets everything out there that you need, rather than being and not like I don't like making a video, uploading it, and then leaving people with too many questions. So I've only had a brief couple questions under comments where people are like, "Oh, isn't a tank meant to be cycled?" Well, people have come in and they're probably not like us, where the no people who upload videos like that and go, "Well, isn't the tank cycled?" and stuff like that. Because when you've got a viewership like him, that's over 1 million people, almost 1 million people, they know that he has a process. So when they come
Yeah.
into my channel, see me set up a tank, they think he's just set up a tank and threw fish in. That's not good. But yeah, basically, I wouldn't really like to be a big breeder or something, but I'm focused on golf right now. So yeah, talking about golf, AV went to Morocco to play golf, so that's a full circle because still in he's from Morocco, and he went over there to play golf, and also you like golf, so yeah, welcome to the golf channel. This is a golf platform now. We're binning off the fish.
I can talk about golf all day, so
Yeah, we're
should we just?
AV Woods is his name now.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
just set. We'll just set up AV golfing, AV Scapes, and AV golfing.
yeah, AV gaming, AV vlogs, AV the whole you're now a
Everything.
you're now a media platform.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, if you've got any more questions, ask away. If you've got friends that like fish, share the live to them. We want to be answering some questions, talking about things. The Oh yeah, LH as well likes golf, and so there you go. Everyone loves golf. I like the driving range and hitting a ball far. That's my enjoyment, and going mini golf and smashing people. But apart from that, I need to get into proper golf. One day when I get the time. But yeah, basically this live, it was
It's not. It's officially now a golf chat.
we've been hijacked. No, we are. I say we. You've hijacked. um, I'll get me driving club and drive a coolie load. I don't know.
Have
A
we just
double
broke the
bogey.
internet?
You broke me. I'm broke after this film record now.
We golf.
I like golf, but playing it on the way. Yeah, we golf is sick though, to be fair. Fish chat, guys. Fish chat, everyone. Hey, the way, good lad. Everyone, back to topic. We've all got ADHD in this chat. Basically, we're talking about fish. We're talking about the video. The afterlife of what happened with the collab. My fish tank is about to turn off, guys. So I apologize for that. There's no longer a good backdrop. Yeah,
Right,
this is only fish. Yeah, well, you've got one, so at least when people come in, they'll understand that we're still talking about fish tanks and not football and golf and meow wars. So yeah, back to it. I really enjoyed the collab. I definitely want to do a video with you in the future when possible. Obviously, we both have lives, jobs, and other things to be cracking on with, but
a lot.
it's definitely on the books for in the future if you allow me to pop over whenever I
Yeah, either or. Like, I might head back that way, or you might head over this way. Like,
yeah, it's that we both enjoyed the collab anyway. We didn't
oh, it was a
we
lot of
didn't
fun.
leave wanting to kill each other afterwards. So
No,
it went well. I enjoyed the filming process. I enjoyed the day. Do I have experience in goldfish? Um,
I don't. Well, I
I
do,
have
but it didn't go too
experience
well.
in. I think everyone has experience in
Yeah.
goldfish. But I'll tell you from working in a fish shop and I think I've learned about them. Goldfish are great in a large tank. Don't overstock it. One goldfish, one decent sized goldfish produces the amount of waste that almost 30 fish in my tank produce. So put that into perspective. They are pooping machines. They eat all the time. They don't release them into the wild. They'll scoop up, they'll destroy ecosystems. And I believe that they are, in my opinion, I think goldfish should be either kept in a very, very large tank or in a pond. They don't belong in bowls. They don't belong in anything less than a 10-gallon. And as soon as I said that, a 20-gallon tub with 3 baby goldies. Yeah, mate. If you've got something to upgrade them into, perfect. If you're gonna have them as a pond fish or something that'll be going into something bigger, great. I'd recommend obviously that. Goldfish are great. If I were to ever keep goldfish, probably I don't eat. See, I know Arandas and all that, they're gorgeous, but I just don't agree with them because of how they were made and how they are. I've watched MD keep them as well. They have a lot of internal issues and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Go at the end of the day, goldfish. If you see them released in the wild, I've watched the video actually. If you search this up on YouTube, goldfish fed to crocodile. Now that sounds weird and specific, but hear me out. It's a guy, this woman and guy in America. They had again. I don't even agree with what they had. They had a pet crocodile that lived in a paddle pool indoors. Yeah, this is weird. It sounds outrageous. Behind like a fence inside the house, and it was their pet, and they were feeding it. Um, Goldfish. He went to this lake and somebody had released maybe 5 goldfish and they'd bred. And when they went there, they went round all around the swamp on the outskirts of this lake. It was all gold. He was showing round like thousands of them. They become pests. They become awful for the environment. And they were basically scooping them up, put them all in like a in a cooler. So they were still alive in there, but like they were basically allowed to kill them. It's kind of sad to see, but it's interesting to see what can happen when you release these things. Basically, they're a carp. They're a fish
Well,
that get huge. When you see a guy on Facebook take a picture with his mate with a can of beer and a big giant fish, that's what they turn into, but golden. So um, you need to consider that goldfish are what everyone got into when they were kids. It's probably why we're in the hobby now. They are a great fish, but at the same time, I believe that it's not the fish for me. If you've got a good setup for them, it's great. But again, make sure to feed them greens. Make sure to feed them more than just flake. They don't live on just flake. Like every fish, they need a cycled and varied diet. But
I
yeah,
think like goldfish for us, like as fish keepers, like we want to kind of keep as many varieties and species of fish as possible, don't we?
yeah. I
Whereas
think
with goldfish, you need like at least a 30-gallon tank, and you'll have maybe three in there.
yeah.
So like
Like
that's a tank.
three Arandas or something like that, and
Yeah,
then that's it.
like that's 10 gallons bigger than this tank, and the amount of species I've got in here
The,
and
the,
like stuff I can look at it. Yeah, for as like us kind of fish keeping, it's not really. It suits a lot of people. Doesn't really suit us, I'd say.
no, I think like with so far we've had 36, 40, yeah, 30. Sorry, 36 views we've had on this live so far. I'm just checking in on stats here and there. So that's cool to see. So nice to see the interaction. We've got 3 likes as well, which is nice. Again, share this to your friends, share this with other people. But yeah, getting on to what you just said. I struggle keeping live plant alive, like bro. Um, what I'd recommend for you to do is do a lot of research. Live plants, it depends what ones you can get. Easy ones. I've got a list on my channel of top 5 easy live plants. easy beginner plants. So if you look into that, you want to have live plants and get nano fish, then I'd recommend you looking into that. And that's on my channel, but there's also so many better. I've got my perspective on things, but there's better quality videos. I made that video early on the beginning of my YouTube, but it's a good video still, I'd say. Just so you learn how to keep live plants, how to set up a tropical tank or cold water tank. But yeah, as I was saying, back onto topic. Me and AV, we like to keep nano fish, tropical community fish. I would love to tell my friends, but it's 12. I'm sorry. Oh, so it's late at night for you. No worries, no problems. But yeah, we like to keep nano fish, tropical community fish, fish that are that we like to have a lot of different fish in a small tank, but they're all small, so it's okay. That's our kind of way of keeping fish. Goldfish, they're like a centerpiece fish. I think LH can even talk about it. You have an Oscar. One Oscar wouldn't fit in my tank. One inch, an Oscar in there or mine, like they need a big tank. So it's one of them. Goldfish are the same, and in my opinion, goldfish, I'll always love them. I think everyone will always love goldfish, but there is a lot better fish that you can keep. There is a lot more that you can keep. And for what they need and require, you could just get a monster fish even in place of them.
Yeah, there's plenty of centerpiece fish to replace within the
a master's here.
Howdy. Yeah, within the tropical fish kind of world, there's so many different centerpiece fish.
Yeah.
But we don't really need goldfish has got its place. They do have its place. My dad back home has did until the heron gave him a visit.
Yeah.
He's got his goldfish pond and he loved that thing, but that had its place in a pond. Whereas I obviously I've got golden barbs in this. They're not really centerpiece fish, but with what they're with, they are like mini goldfish in a way. So you could look at something like that if you wanted tropical fish. You could look at golden barbs. But yeah, what you got? Pistos, Siamese fighters, which I know. Yeah, it's just mentioned there.
You just said there. Fighter fish are great. I put that on my top 5 beginner fish. From Pets at Home, but you can get them from anywhere. They're really good fish to keep alone. If you got a bigger tank, you can keep them with other fish, but here's the thing. They've got a bad rep, but it's when you go to the fish store, show the reflections of the fish. Or even just put your finger to the glass. This is how I test it with fighters. I'll put my finger to the glass, and if the fish gets scared and swim away, then I know it should be all right with other fish as long as there's a big enough tank. If I put my finger to the glass and it starts flaring and kicking off and getting aggro, then that means it's not a suitable fit for your community. It's one of them that you're probably gonna have to keep alone. I'm not in tomorrow, and I'm doing a live, by the way. So yeah, you can keep a female fighter, and you can get female fighters that look as good, if not better, than males. It's just they will have shorter finnage, but I'm sure these selective breeders will have definitely made the female fighter that's got long finnage sooner rather than later.
I think is it the placat? They're quite they're quite similar male to female, aren't they?
Yeah, the placat fighters, they've got short finnage. You can get coiled placat females that look as good, if not better, than the males, for half the price as well. Because the males all have the reputation and this stigma that they need to be expensive, which you learned and I learned with my females. So it's painful, but yeah. But getting back onto things anyway, YouTube content, life-wise, all this. I've got videos planned coming out soon. I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah, I've got one edited, ready to go. Just gonna do some tweaks on it. That'll be out on Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesday I'll be filming 2 videos, yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. So you're obviously you're putting out content. I think I'm kind of about to hit the point you might have hit a little bit last week, where I'm gonna
What's
pump out this. Yeah, so like I kind of just set this schedule on YouTube to say like, right, I'm gonna put 2 longer form videos out a week. I
yeah.
don't know if that's kind of too much, but I'll give it a go. But I'm putting this video out on Tuesday, and then I'm not too sure what I'm pumping out afterwards.
What I'd recommend and what's working for me is that I'll do one long form video a week, and then I'll
Yeah.
spam the hell out of shorts. Either, I mean, you seen last night I probably uploaded about 6, but then other days
Yeah.
but I'll always make sure that what is the guy on the
Uh,
left's YouTube name? Me
AV Scapes.
or you? I
I
don't.
think.
Are you on the left or am I on the left? Because on my
Well,
screen, I'll check
I'm
on the live now real quick.
if I'm looking at the screen, you're. I don't know. You mean?
Oh
Well, if
right.
it's me,
Yeah,
I'm
his
AV.
his name is AV Scapes. It's in the
Can
title. I'm not sure if you can actually see it in the title. Let me just have a look.
you write it in?
I'll put it in the chat. AV Scapes. Yeah, there you go. That'll make things better for everyone. There you go. Yeah. So I've put his name in the chat. If you search that on YouTube, that's his name. Go give him a sub as well. He's got great content coming out, and he's trying to hit 1,000 like myself as well. The red one. Oh, me? Oh,
Oh, sorry, it
um,
doesn't like me.
oh, he's subscribed to me.
Yeah,
I think you subscribed to me. It said you did, or said someone subscribed to me. Yeah, I'm Adam7FishTanks. I know MS is still in here. Probably always in and out. I don't know, but nice to see you in here. Oh well, thanks.
cheers.
Okay. Well, welcome anyway. Appreciate you subbing to me and him. If you can subscribe to him as well, because we're both trying to grow
Yeah,
together. Same
appreciate
with
it.
a guy in the chat. If you scroll up as well, LH, make sure to check him out as well. He's young like yourself, trying to climb up there. But yeah, basically, with my content, I'm working on potentially.
There he
Well,
is.
it's funny how you've shown up. I've just told the guy in the chat to subscribe to you. So yeah, LH Aquatic, subscribe to him if you like monster fish. Subscribe to me and AV if you like aquascaping or general fish videos.
So I'm going to be back in 1 minute.
No problem. Yeah, I'll keep talking because I can talk all day. I can talk to myself. I'm a bit weird. Yeah, basically, I'm producing fish content that's like aquascaping, fish tank setups, fish shop tours, and educational videos. Um, I'm sub to both. Great, thank you, I appreciate that. And also check out LH. He makes monster fish videos and short. But yeah, as I was saying, the plan with my videos next week, I'm going to be recording 2. I will probably only upload 1 and I'll save the other one for the week after because I don't want to like over saturate my channel with content, and I also want people to be excited to see newer content. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I don't know if he said he's back. I think he's back. Yeah, there he is. So yeah, as I was just saying, AV, what I'm doing is I'm recording 2 videos on Tuesday next week. I'm gonna do an update for the bowl, because I haven't even trimmed. I've gave a trim on maybe the second day, but apart from that, I haven't actually done anything. With the bowl, a lot of plants. Well, the cryptocorn, I'm probably gonna show myself scooping the dead cryptocorn out because the
Yeah, I was
cryptocorn.
going to say, how's that looking now? Is it just because they were
Yeah,
tiny, weren't they? Like,
yeah, they've completely melted back. They haven't took the limnifolia. It's taken well actually. The other one, it's
what
kind
about
of the Monte
the
Carlo.
root the root system on the crypt? Like, is that staying or is that just gone as well?
I think that's gone. I think the whole
Yeah.
thing is turned into mush.
Mm.
So I'll try and keep the roots in, but I don't think it's. I think it's fully gone, which is kind of sad. But
Oh shit! Yeah.
what I'll do is I'm gonna probably pull. try 2 like decent sized crypts and chuck them in there.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I will. I was thinking I was going to, but I don't want to bring Blackbeard algae into the bowl. It isn't on all the plants. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but like I don't want to introduce any kind of algae into the bowl because then that's just gonna be a nightmare. So I think I'll just buy a fresh batch of bigger crypts, chuck them in my
Yeah.
tank, and then also chuck 1 or 2 in the bowl because I don't want to be overtaken. The Monte Carlo, some of it seems to be. It hasn't died. That's a good thing.
Mhm.
That's the thing that surprised me. It hasn't went to mush. So it must be absorbing nutrients from the water, which is great, which is what we wanted. The light's high enough power on it as well. Some days I'm keeping it on for 10 hours, some days I'm keeping it 8, and then some days like
Are you
today,
using any? Are you using any ferts on it?
I haven't tried any fits yet. I don't
No.
want to, just for the fact that I don't want to mess with the shrimp. So I'm being very
Mhm.
precautionary. Whilst the water's still fresh and whilst it's a new setup as well, I don't want to throw any parameters off. So I'm just letting it all settle. I haven't tested the water since I've added the shrimp. No shrimp casualties as well, which is good. I've been having to remove snails because I've been seeing babies, so I've taken the big ones out and let them dry, kind of sad,
Yeah.
I know, but I don't want them in the bowl, overpopulating it. I'm trying to keep it balanced because if there's enough food left in for the bowl, then potentially a shrimp will breed. So Tuesday I'm gonna be getting some new shrimp, different colours. I'm gonna make it a rainbow bowl. That'll be cool. Um I'm going to film a fish shop tour as well. Now that I've got the new phone as well, I've got like 500, over 500 gig of storage on this. I could have went for the terabyte. I was close to, but it would have been an extra 20 quid on what I'm paying for the phone. So I was like, no.
But
Um,
that's still a lot of storage. Like you've got a lot of free space there.
I've
Like
already,
I,
I mean, I've still not used all the storage on this. Although I was starting to, and this had 128. So this is like 5 times what this is. So I don't think I'm gonna yeah,
every
that
time I record a video, I'm having to like go back
delete.
into my delete
Yeah.
just so I can start filming again for the next one.
Well, what's crazy about this is when you've got an iPhone, when you transfer iPhone, you don't need to be bothered about putting all your videos onto the cloud and then re-download them all. I've just set this up. It took over now, by the way. It took a long time, but as soon as it did, I can go on this phone and it looks like this. I go on that phone,
Oh
it
yeah,
looks exactly the same. I went
Samsung's the same.
I went on the pictures. By the way, years ago it never used to be like this. It used to be you have
No,
to all this mad stuff. I can go through my whole pictures, do the same on that. It's got everything. I think it's even got my notes and everything. So it's
it'll
carbon
it'll be
copies
a
it
copy.
all.
Yeah,
So even the background, even every app where they're placed, all that. So even the contacts. So I was like, I can wipe this now if I want to. I need to make sure that that is the case before I even consider that because I need to. I've got a lot of information on this phone before I have to sell it. I think I'll get almost 200 quid for it, which isn't bad considering it's like a 4-year-old phone. Um, but yeah, now that I've got that, I've got so much more storage, so I can make a lot more videos and not need to stress. And then I've got a way better camera, and you can already see with the live the quality compared to this phone. This phone, it was doing well, but as I said to you, I want to invest in my content and getting this phone. It's investing in obviously a new phone because this is on its way out. Um, in my eyes, it is. For someone else, it could probably last
no.
another couple of years. Old me probably would have kept it for another couple of years, but video quality is going to get better from here on out. Editing may get better, and we'll see. I'm looking on probably investing on some premium tools on CapCut and maybe even getting a new app. I don't know yet, but I'm quite happy with CapCut. It hasn't failed me yet, and the content's doing well, so there isn't much stress about that. Looking at
Honestly, for a free program, CapCut is just it's great. It's like it's free. Like you don't. It's a great program to edit on.
I'll show you my tank since you're talking about his tank.
Which tank looks on fire?
Yours looks fire, apparently. Right. Here's. Oh, you get to finally see the video quality. Here's my
Thank you.
tank. Got a whiptail catfish just chilling there. There's my male pistogroma. How's the video look on this, by the way?
It looks a lot better. It looks 10 times clearer.
Yeah, so I've got CO2 going on. I've got airstone canister filter on the fluval flex. Got the wood. As you can tell, the plecos don't like the wood sticking out and being decorative because they keep knocking it off. But yeah, I've got so many different fish in here. I need to turn the bowl on. It's barely been on today. I'll show you the bowl live because you've only seen bits and bobs, haven't you? I've sent you a couple of videos.
Yeah, I don't need. Yeah.
Right, I'll show you real quick. Bowl. This is my bowl. There's a big snail that'll probably dry up soon. As you can tell, this has been the graveyard for some snails. Yeah. So the Monte Carlo. Oh, there's a big, nice red cherry. Look at that.
That light is definitely enough, isn't it?
Oh, it's perfect, mate.
Yeah.
I'd use this on my tank. It's really, really good. £8 this light is.
Like that's what I've used that on I think it was a 20-liter tank before.
Oh wow, this is the most I've seen the shrimp. Sorry. There's a blue dream and another blue dream. You can see one there and another one there, and then you've got the cherry there. This is the most I've seen them. They like being out at night. Yeah, so there's the crypt that I was telling you about, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
yeah.
it's tragic to look at. I'm not even gonna take that out. I'm gonna let the snails and shrimp probably eat that, and then whatever's left, I'll scoop it out.
Oh yeah,
I have
shrimp.
I've spent like £8 on eBay for a kit. It comes with like 4 different like tweezers and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that. So after using your ones, I was like, I need to get some. So as you can see as well, the water level, I think it was originally maybe here. It's dropped a centimeter probably. There's a over the top view of that red cherry as well. That's nice to see. Aaron, how big are your Roman nose toucher?
1 second. They're probably maybe like 2 inches.
Yeah, so there's the back of the bowl. As you can see anyway, the limnifolia is
There's the rumming. No, probably like 1.5 inches.
Here's the thing. I think whatever this plant is, if I gave it a trim, I think it'll do okay. The limnifolia, as you can see, is starting to it's trying to take over. It's starting to like suffocate the back. So as you can see up there, it's trying to grow out the water. So I'm gonna have to give that a trim back. But if you have a look at this Monte Carlo, getting back onto, there's a couple holes in the leaves, meaning that obviously the snails have probably had a bit of a nibble. Apart from that, it still looks as good as when we put it in.
Oh yeah, to be fair, it's still looking like super green,
Which is a good sign that it's actually doing okay.
Yeah, I think if it started to go like yellow or like go dull, that'd be a problem. But
my issue with the bowl when I do a clean out, that I'm gonna have to do a clean out. There's that goop, by the way, the
yeah, I was gonna
remnants.
say what happened with that goop?
So
Like,
I put a lot in and then I emptied a lot out that I could, but there's still remnants, so you'll see it kick up from time to time when a
yeah,
shrimp goes round. Apart from that, I'm just gonna try and suck as much of the goop out as I can. I'm gonna trim these plants down, and I'm gonna add some more shrimp in here so I can see them more often, but also because I want them to breed. It'll be nice to see baby shrimp. I'm sure this bowl's like a good size too. I've lost the shrimp. I've had a day where I couldn't find them. I thought they were all dead one day, and you'd know if there was a dead shrimp because you'd see it on the bottom. And they've all survived, all doing great. I mean, look how nice that
has there
red
been
is there.
any more shedding in there
Um,
since? Or
Nothing that I'm aware
no?
of, and I feel like shedding mainly happens through water changes or
Yeah,
after
Like,
they've grown, but I have been feeding them almost daily. I don't want to feed them too much. Again, I want to get the water tested before anything else, just to see where it's at. If there's a bit of nitrate, it's probably because the melt on the plants. But I don't think there is much going wrong. The stuff on the bottom, I'll speak to you about that. Stuff on the bottom, uh, it looks like it's doing worse off, and I don't know if it because the light isn't on it. It's doing a little worse off than up there. It isn't that worse off. Like it isn't that
yeah,
worse
like
off.
from what I can see, it looks like there's some little baby leaves coming off as well. So it does look like it's growing.
Well, I've noticed. I've tucked that behind there, but it's trying to grow up, which means that if as soon as it starts going like this, that it's
They're gonna
trimming
touch.
time. So what I'm gonna do is when I do this maintenance session next week, I'm gonna trim down these stem plants. I'm gonna replant them. Well, the ones that are healthy, obviously, and I'm gonna add more shrimp, and then I'm gonna do a fish up tour. So we've got a lot planned and coming up. But there's the top down view anyway. It seems to be. I'll be honest with you, mate. So I didn't tell you this. I fully removed the wood. When I'd done that movement. To get rid of the goop,
Yeah,
and it felt horrible doing that because I was raging. Actually, I was like, I have just ruined everything that we done. But I put the wood in the exact same, as you can tell, in the
and it
exact same
just
place.
yeah,
So nothing was ruined. I had to replant plants when I put basically when all that happened. So I was replanting the plants that had come up when the water had gone in. I'd absorbed most of that goop, and the bowl is exactly the way that we'd scaped it. Apart from the fact that the wood's been in and out.
to be fair, it looks nice. Like I really hope that Monte Carlo does stick and grow in.
I think it is
Uh,
though. That this is
yeah,
what I mean. So look at this one. I thought it was because it was going off, but I think it's genuinely trying to grow towards the light. So
yeah, it is.
I think it's actually succeeding, which is cool to see. So the experiment has kind of paid off almost. Obviously we're still early on, but the fact plants die quickly, as we can see here. So if there
Like,
was something wrong and it weren't going right, then this wouldn't still be here and it still wouldn't
yeah, I
be
was gonna
green.
say, how long? It's what 10 days now or so. It's been submerged.
I think longer than that now, isn't it? Has it
So
has it been a has it been bang on 10 days? Yeah.
what date is it? No, it'll be longer because
Oh,
I flew back on I flew back on the first, I think.
there's a baby snail, by the way.
Uh, so yeah, if that was gonna melt, I'd say it would have melted by now.
Yeah, this is what I mean. So I think there's signs of some melt where it's trying to readjust, but then I'm also seeing signs of growth and yeah, I mean, to be honest, it is succeeding so far. This is succeeding a lot better than my last bowl setup. I'm quite happy with it. It just obviously needs to be trimmed down, sharpened up, new shrimp, fish up tour, and all that, and then we'll be good to go. But if you can
Yeah,
actually see there, you can actually see it. Right there is where I trimmed the plant, probably the day after we'd set up, and that means that the stem plant has grown up to the top. Obviously, there's been a little decrease in water level because of evaporation, but that means that there's some good growth. So yeah, overall, so far it's been a success. And when they start breeding, well, when the shrimp start breeding, now it'll be great. How long have you both had your channels? I've had my channel since probably the end of October. I was off
and
work.
I'm like start December. So yeah, maybe like 2 months.
Yeah, November, December, January, February. 4 months now, maybe. I don't know. I'm maybe a 2 month lead on you, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
bowl. I'll turn back around anyway. And I'll show you the tank real quick before I turn the lights back off on it because the fish do need to sleep. There is my Pandagara, there's my gold lasers. Oh yeah, by the way, update. Since adding the CO2, not a whole lot has changed, I'll be honest. But what I will say, this super mini red is growing, which is nice. Um, I'm seeing a decrease in black beard algae. I've been doing what the guy Andy from Something Fishy, he told me
Oh
to
yeah.
decrease the amount that I was feeding, which I have, and increase the amount of liquid fertilizer, which I have as well. And I think you can probably see here even quite a bit of the blackbeard algae is starting to turn white almost. And if the Amano shrimp, which I don't know if it is still live, if the Amano shrimp is still live somewhere in there, or if it has been eaten or jumped, we'll find out if it's jumped. Actually, has it jumped? Um, this is a question. Has it? Not that I can see. I don't see any dried up shrimp. They usually go red when they die. So yeah, no, okay. So if the amount of shrimp's hiding in there still have, it'll do its job. Um, the Pandagora, he's a lazy gat, but he does actually sometimes eat stuff, so he'll do that. Gives me a male pistol. It's gorgeous. And a Cooley Loach. Again, someone left a comment on the show earlier saying Cooley Loaches don't come out well. There's my one, right in the light. I've got three of them. They come out in turns. They all live in this little bit of rock, and they come out and just poke the head round here. Look at it. Great. He loves being on camera, him.
He's centre attention, isn't
Yeah, he always wants to be there. Look, if I do... Oh, what's that poking up? Oh, if you can see there, that is the back end of my bamboo shrimp. I think it's trying to climb out because I've turned the air stone on. Yeah. Oh, look, it's climbing out. Are we about to see it live? I think we are.
Maybe.
It's like watching a monster crawl out of a hole.
Was that your that was your crib? Was that your crib then?
No, me a pistogramma, yeah.
Oh, your pisto. Yeah, it was your pisto, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is a pistogramma hong shloi. But yeah, oh there it is. There's the full bamboo shrimp. You've just watched it live crawl out of its hiding place. It's probably gonna go over to the airstone now. So when the airstone's turned on in the night, that like look how huge it is, by the way. It's like a lobster. For perspective, that's a tall piece of wood.
Yeah, I used to have one of the giant African blue shrimp.
Yeah, I've had them, and mine
Yeah.
lasted a month. It ended up dying. That is
Wow.
a bamboo shrimp, just to let you know. But yeah, that is jumbo for a bamboo shrimp. That is the biggest bamboo shrimp I've ever seen. And it
I'd
molted.
never
It's
get
molted
them.
twice in here, I think. But yeah, I
Is
love it. It's great.
Does that have the same so like my African blue, like when he molted, it was proper like body armor. It was
Oh
solid.
yeah, yeah. It was like that.
Yeah.
And guess what I did with it? Oh, there's the other one. Damn, that one grew big as well. That was the small one. That one was like I've seen his molt recently. It was like this big. So this, I got two. That's a female and that's a male. So you can see that one's darker and that one's more orange. This one has grew a lot bigger, which is nice to see. So that's to show you what a small one looks like. And there's the kraken. Yeah, so what I did with the molt is I actually put if I see another molt in here, I'm gonna grab the molt and put it in the shrimp bowl because shrimp actually eat their molts because
Yeah.
it's good for them to molt. It's good for their coating and stuff like that. So I'm gonna basically it gives them I can't get the word proteins and also something else.
Like the nutrients and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
it gives them the nutrients they need to molt and grow bigger and that. So they eat their own skin. So I gave one of these shells to the shrimp, and within a week, the snails had doubled because obviously it was a food source, and the shrimp had molted loads because they'd all eaten that molt, and it lasted probably a good month, but it was like a permanent food source for them.
Uh,
So that was cool. So I just
yeah.
recycle. rather than binning it.
Calcium.
Calcium, yeah, you got the perfect. Thank you. So yeah, it gives them the right calcium that they need. So I just used this guy's malt, chucked it in the old bowl, and
So I'm just going to quickly answer Gert's question. How long have we been in the hobby? I'm probably like, well, I had a goldfish, like we were kind of speaking about before, like when I was like 8, 9. So I was like, oh God, 20 years ago now. And then I've probably been scaping and like tropical fish like this, maybe for like on and off for like the 7 years, I'd say.
I'll turn the lights off on this now. Everyone's seen it. I've been keeping fish myself. 5 years. But I've kept goldfish and everything like that when I was a kid. Shabunkins and that.
Yeah. And he's gone. Somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm still figuring out where the buttons are on this phone. That should be okay. Right. Yeah. So I've kept fish for 5 years since I was in uni. Self-taught myself everything to do with tropical fish and stuff like that. But obviously working in the fish shop, that was a good experience for me to learn a lot. The guy who owned it was like a fish breeder for over 30 years. So he's a long-term, well-known guy in the UK. You've kept goldfish since you were a kid as well. Yeah, but I kept goldfish at Bunkins, but then obviously with all tropical fish. I basically kept all the community tropical fish that you can list off the top of your head, all the basic stuff. And then I've even kept some rare stuff too in between. So I've kind of got like a vast knowledge on it now. So like when I got them tetras, I weren't too stressed about getting them than I would have been when I was younger, because I knew that like the type of body tetra they were and the behavior, that like they should be okay. And they're kind of more of a shyer tetra. They're not out and about always. They like kind of hiding in amongst the plants, but then they will group up. I've got a YouTube short where they all circle. When I had an island set up, they all swam around it, and that was really cool. A schooling behavior, but yeah, I'd say 5 years for me, 7 years for you.
See, I think, like regarding like the fish I've kept, like you probably kept a wider variety than me by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I've kind of stuck to. Well, I've had zebra danios.
Zebra danios, I've never kept them actually.
Yeah, like I've kept quite a few danios. I've had rainbows. A lot of the nano tetras, rasboras, kind of a lot of your kind of common stuff. But I always try to find like, I don't know. I always try to find something that's slightly a little bit different. Obviously, everyone's kept the neons. I've got neons over there.
Yeah, neons aren't a hardy fish, just to let you know, by the way. Some people like to say they are, they're not. They're just, well, I was about to say cheap, but they're £8.50 in your land.
Yeah.
Any fish is expensive for you, mate. But for me, no.
Well, let's see if we can see them, because they're quite shy at the moment. Hang on.
Damn, where are they?
There they are. Let me get rid of that light. Ah,
there you go.
Yeah.
That looks like breeding behavior, to be fair.
Yep, they've been doing it.
What I'd put is Java moss in there, and you might get some breeding. Because I'd definitely breed them.
Yeah, so
they're expensive here. I can't imagine.
So obviously I've got that. What's that grass called? Dwarf. Yeah, that one. Dwarf hairgrass. I got halfway there, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then there is like plenty of hiding spots like around the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might give some Java moss a go in that one. And then that video is the one coming out on Tuesday. Just that scape.
Yeah.
And then that's my other tank. Like I say, obviously the rummy noses, the neons. Other than that, this one's kind of quite bare right now. Like, right, so see this substrate?
Yeah.
I almost clean that like every 2 days.
Oh, that's not a
And
good son then.
no, it's these fish, man. Like, I honestly, I think it's the Chinese algae eaters. Like, they are big,
I'd
and
I'd probably take them out even.
try catching them.
Yeah, that's a tear
Yeah.
the setup down, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's my TV. And then
Nice.
yeah, I've got some really nice endlers in here.
Seeing, yeah.
They're,
I like this
they're
tank the most.
considering this was supposed to be a Blackwater Borneo tank. Like
I
it's still
like it though.
Borneo.
It's its
Yeah,
own thing, I'd say.
it took a weird progression and a weird turn,
Yeah,
but like these, I really like these golden barbs. Like
yeah.
they're just so placid for barbs.
A barb
Like
that I'd recommend to anyone to keep is Pentazona barbs. They're beautiful and a really good fish to keep. They're like so non-aggressive as well.
yeah, that's what it was about these. That hardscape hits different. Thanks. Like
It's a way to put it.
yeah, bang. Is that like South African lingo? I suppose we use that, don't we, in the UK? Like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
it's different. Yeah, we
yeah,
say it and we say it all over the place. We're all a bit
yeah,
weird. But
yeah.
yeah, what was I gonna say? I'd love to
Sorry,
be able
I
to
went
just.
on a bit of a tangent there.
It's all right. I'd love to be able to just go around the room and show all my tanks. You know, just go,
Sorry,
there's my ball. There's my tank.
I've only
Mia, if
got
you
one more. I've only
if,
got one more setup, then yeah.
have you?
Yeah, I've only got 3 tanks right now.
Yeah, but that's tanks. I've got a bowl and a fish tank.
Oh, he's trying to use our slang.
Uh, look, bro, I'm trying to use your like. Yeah, Mia, if you're still here, my lovely, darling girlfriend. Yeah, that setup that you said that you may consider, please. Um, but yeah, yeah, South African, I don't understand. Yeah, but I'm Scouse, so yeah.
Yeah, you.
Some people say
And
that
then,
that's hard to understand. Then you're
and then, like,
Canadian
well,
hybrid.
I'm not. Like,
Now hybrid, if well, you're starting to pick it up. You're like
is that not just being from the world, though?
no,
No.
because yeah, I could hear it in your first ever voice. No, it's gone ever since. Probably because you're speaking to me a bit too often. But
Yeah. And obviously, I spent time back home and whatnot, but
yeah. So your accent will reset to default, and maybe I can teach you something. No, because you'll teach us a swear word. I know you will. Um, you'll tell me to say my next YouTube intro, and I'll probably get a lot of offended South Africans. Although I think you're probably the first South African to show up on my channel, so um, I've got a lot of Mexican, Malaysian, Indian. I've got the list here.
I'm,
I
I'm,
can just get things here.
I'm still preaching to the Russians, apparently.
Russians love you. Putin's got you on his.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not put that kind of stuff on the internet.
Putin's your top subscriber, bro. I'm not one of them. Wait, you're
It's
not South
Viz.
African. You just live there. 2 settlers then.
Like,
Yeah, okay. So UK, India is my second most viewed place. Um, United States. Yeah, okay. UK, India, United States, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam. Oh, yeah, I am getting the Russians now. Russia, probably from your channel. Brazil, Malaysia, and South Korea. South
so I
South, Korea, by the way.
they have internet.
I know, I know. Imagine it just said underneath that North Korea, then I would have been like,
That would have been questionable.
yeah, it would have
Well,
been questionable. I
I've
am
just
South
checked
African
mine.
born and bred. Ah,
Well, that's kind of cool. Like, it's good to get people from all over in here.
yeah, it
Um,
is.
obviously, I've just checked mine, and
Yeah.
I'm now happy that the top of my list is now Canada.
By the way,
You frozen.
I have froze. You can hear me, but I've frozen. That's not good. What's going on? That it? I don't know
Yes,
what's
and
going on.
mine.
It's got me
Well,
in the worst like feed.
whilst
Um,
you're trying to fix that, I've got Canada, Vietnam, Russia, Thailand, UK, India, and United States, and then kind of like a bunch of ones which like,
well, no, what's annoying? We've got the most views we've ever had.
and now you're broken. Got 6. Yeah, you've gone. Can you like? No, it keeps flashing, but that's not a good look for you at all. Hello, LH. How you doing? How are you doing? How's the monster fish going? And how's your video editing going? I need something to talk about whilst he's disappeared and froze on me. I know that. Yeah, Gert, I don't know what that face is all about,